Have you ever imagined being at the center of a storm, where every move, every word, has the power to trigger a chain reaction? The 2024 NBA season was exactly that. A whirlwind of intense emotions, where anger and passion exploded in moments that defined games and careers. We're not just talking about beautiful plays or spectacular dunks, but about the moments when limits were tested and rivalries were pushed to the extreme. And what if I told you that these moments often reveal more about the players than any statistic? Get ready to dive into the angriest episodes of the NBA, where emotional control was put to the test, and strategies to provoke the opponent were elevated to a new art. You're about to see the most human and most brutal side of basketball. In the 2024 NBA season, the games were not just sporting battles, but true emotional clashes. Intense confrontations emerged at every corner of the game, whether after a hard foul or a sharp exchange of glares between players. These disputes weren't merely about who would win the match, but about who could maintain their stance and integrity in the heat of the moment, creating scenes that will forever be etched in basketball history. Throughout the season, there were numerous moments when emotions spilled over, resulting in ejections and technical fouls that altered the course of many games. Every time a player crossed the line of aggression, the referees didn't hesitate to impose penalties. These ejections and technical fouls, besides heating things up, brought a new dynamic to the game, where emotional control became just as important as ball handling skills. It was a delicate dance between passion and discipline, where the wisest players knew exactly how not to let their temper compromise their performance. The 2024 season was marked by notable incidents that will undoubtedly go down in NBA history. The altercation between Jared Allen and Ben Simmons wasn't just a physical confrontation, but a clash of egos that resonated throughout the league. The brawl involving multiple players from the Phoenix Suns and Clippers was another example of how tensions can explode in a matter of seconds, turning a game into a real battleground. And who could forget Draymond Green, who was at the center of several of these controversies, showing that basketball is often a game of nerves as much as it is of technique. In the 2024 season, pushes and shoves became an integral part of the spectacle, a prelude to even bigger confrontations. Each shove seemed like a spark that could ignite a flame, raising tensions to an almost unbearable level. These physical gestures, though seemingly insignificant, had the power to turn the tide, causing chain reactions that often led to fights and penalties. It was a game of provocation, where those who could push their opponents beyond their mental limits came out victorious, even before the final buzzer sounded. The 2024 season was also marked by strategic moves that went beyond traditional game tactics. Some players, aware of the growing tension, adopted the strategy of provoking their opponents, seeking to induce them into committing ejections and technical fouls. This clever approach demonstrated that basketball is not just a physical sport, but also a mental game, where every word and gesture can be a powerful weapon. Just like in chess, the player who knows how to manipulate the opponent's emotions will always be one step ahead, turning the intensity of the confrontations into a competitive advantage. After exploring the most intense and exciting moments of the 2024 season, the question remains, how will you use these lessons in your own life? Just like the NBA players, we all face our own confrontations, whether at work, in personal relationships, or in daily challenges. But those who learn to control their emotions and use tensions to their advantage will always be one step ahead. So, what will you do differently from now on? Are you ready to turn every shove life throws at you into a push toward success? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep following content that will help you master this game, on and off the court. After all, the next strategic move could be the one that changes your story.